Hello everyone, today I'm here to talk to you about a game that has weird and wonderful looking creatures. It is a game about cute, comical creatures and trying to identify them after someone makes noises, with all of the game's artwork and the design by Bez. And there is a huge deck here of these creatures. How roughly does the game play? Well, you're going to need, the game says 4 minimum. You can do slightly less than that, and we'll come on to that in a bit. You're going to need one of the players effectively to be the noise maker. They are going to look at the cards, the 5 cards in the middle of the table that you've lined up from the deck. Randomly, they're double-sided cards, and you're going to have that lined up in the middle of the table. They are going to ask everyone else to close their eyes around the table and will make a noise. Players then open their eyes, look at the 5 creatures and decide which one of them made that noise. Without saying a number, you will get ready with your sort of fist closed, and with a 3, 2, 1, you will reveal which number you think out of the 1, 2, 3 or 5 which creature made that noise. Now, the way the game works is the popular vote is almost key. If you're part of the popular vote, so at least 2 people have chosen it, and it is the most, if there's a tie, both are most popular. Whoever said that most popular, so say everyone around the table apart from one person says 5, it's the most popular. All of those players are going to get a point. If it is the correct answer, the noise maker gains a point, and if it's not the correct noise, the people that did vote for the right one get a point. That's how simple the game is to play. You're going to be either using the cards from the deck and sort of giving them out as points, or using a pen and paper and noting down the points. You're going to go around so everyone has a chance to be the noise maker, and then you see who wins. You can keep going if you really want, because the fun of this game is all about making those noises. It's a brilliant icebreaker. It's a silly, fun game. Now, let's start with the deck of cards. I love the fact not only is it a huge deck, it's double-sided as well, which means if you sort of do somehow get the same combination of 5 come out, well, you could very easily change that experience up by just flipping a couple of these over. And then some rounds you will get it where it's like, okay, there's only one with a beak. If you can make a birdie sort of beak noise, it should be quite easy. Rarely does that happen though. Often multiple creatures have more than one mouth, have many eyes, have beaks, multiple beaks. Some have feet, some don't have feet, and all that sort of stuff. So the creatures that come out of this deck, strangely, despite looking all weird and wonderful and unique, when you start thinking about it, you're like, well, that noise could have come from any of these creatures. Awooga! So that noise part, some people are a little bit more sort of embarrassed to make a noise in front of other players. Now, I found the best way to get around this is if they're happy to play, make sure that the game starts a few players away from them. Don't let them start first. Let other people take a turn so they can sort of hear other noises, see other people being silly, and then when it's their turn, you don't quite feel necessarily as silly because other people are doing it and you're sort of getting into the spirit. And like I said, this can be a brilliant icebreaker, a great start to a game night of such, because you can get your group of friends together, you can have that sort of silly, comical noises, and it just sort of works so perfectly in that atmosphere. Because it's being silly, it's not going to be for everyone. If you're going to like a heavy Euro game night, you know, someone's going to be wanting to push cubes. They're probably not the sort of player that will be happy going, "Arr!" because that's the noise that this sort of weird, I'm going to say sprout vegetable-like creature makes. But you might think that was actually a noise from this sort of weird massive mouth guy, because why not? That's all part of the fun. You have to be willing to put yourself into that sort of state where you don't care too much what other people are thinking. Well, you care if they're thinking if your animal made that noise or not, but not worrying if, do I look silly? Because if you do, this won't be the experience for you. But if you don't mind some of that comical fun, these are brilliant ways to do it. And the fact they're coloured cards, I think it just elevates the experience from like a black and white design, because they look cooler. They look that bit more sort of family friendly, even though some of them have many mouths and teeth. It just, I think it brings these sort of creatures to life, and the noises do that even more so. So all in all, I've really enjoyed a game about cute comical creatures and trying to identify them after someone makes noises. It is a mouthful of a name because you're going to be making lots of mouthful noises. So yeah, really enjoyed the game, and we'll be definitely bringing this to a number of different game nights in the future. And well, I will leave you with my favourite creature from the deck, which is this stunning looking turtle-like thing.